Ito ay makaraang nakatanggap po tayo ng mga ulat at lehitimong obserbasyon sa mga naganap noong 2023 Hajj na nagdulot ng hindi komportableng kalagayan ng ating mga kababayang Filipino-Muslim na nagsagawa ng banal naming tungkulin. Binibigyan diin lang po natin dito ay ang mahalagang talakayin dahil ito ay hindi isang simpleng issue lamang kundi isang usapin na sumasaklaw sa identidad, kultura at pangrelihiyong aspeto naming mga Muslim.
Habang nagde-deliver ng sponsorship remark si Cong Pastora, nakita ko si Chairman Acop. Alam mo, Chairman Acop, abogado to, investigador pa. Alam niyo yun, sa lahat dito, sa House, ito yung isa sa nakatango si Chairman. In short, tama ang sinabi ni Cong Pastora. Before we proceed with the interpretation, the COMSEC is directed to administer the oath of all those resource persons present today that has not yet taken their oath, if there's someone. You're requested to please stand, all those resource speakers that has not taken their oath. Please stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole, but the truth for this committee, so help you God? The oath has been administered, Your Honor.
Thank you, COMSEC. Before we proceed with the interpolation, we'll give the privilege to the author of House Resolution 1107, read by Dimple Mastura. Please proceed, Cong. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuhu. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon us all. Mr. Chair, honorable colleagues, resource persons, guests from NCMF, DFA, COA, BOT, DILG, Government Procurement Policy Board, good afternoon. As early as July 5, 2023, I filed your House Resolution number 1107 directing the Committee on Public Accounts and the Committee on Muslim Affairs to jointly conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the 2023 Hajj. Ito ay makaraang nakatanggap po tayo ng mga ulat at lehitimong obserbasyon sa mga naganap noong 2023 Hajj na nagdulot ng hindi komportableng kalagayan ng ating mga kababayang Filipino-Muslim na nagsagawa ng banal naming tungkulin. However, my resolution was referred only to the Committee on Muslim Affairs and not to the Committee on Public Accounts. I learned that the Committee on Public Accounts was already hearing the privileged speeches of Deputy Speaker Yasser Alonto Balindong and Congressman Zia Alonto Adjong touching on the same subject. After a brief hearing in the Committee on Muslim Affairs, Chairman Khalid Dimaporo thought it wise to transfer the hearing of my resolution to the Committee on Public Accounts. I am grateful to Chairman Khalid Dimaporo for his gracious act. Mr. Chair, honorable colleagues, I am aware that the House of Representatives also conducted an inquiry in aid of legislation into the 2022 Hajj. And there seems to be a perennial problem in the administration of the Hajj by the NCMF. Last year, no less than the Philippine Embassy chargé d'affaires Romel Romato was quoted saying, "I visited our Filipino pilgrims in Mina on June 28 to ascertain their condition. Most of our pilgrims have experienced logistical challenges during the Hajj. They expect improvements in the NCMF's arrangements for accommodation, food, and transportation, and etc. I am especially bothered by the statement of the Philippine Embassy Charge d'Affaires Romel Romato that the problem is rooted on logistical challenges. I wonder how come. The fourth paragraph of Section 11 of Republic Act 997 provides that in no instance shall the pilgrims be forced to purchase such logistics, materials, and supplies from the Commission or its authorized agents or representatives. Mr. Chair, the law is clear, but has the NCMF ventured into interfering with the provision of logistics, which is matter prohibited by our law, Republic Act number 9997. The law has spelled out the role of NCMF as merely supervision, which shall not include control. But it seems that the NCMF is doing the opposite, performing what the law prohibits, and worst, avoiding responsibility for its unlawful acts. Looking at the schedule of Hajj fees for 2023, we see a litany of fees numbering to 8, but our law allows the NCMF to collect only 3 items. First, the Mutawif fee. Second, the passporting fee. And third is the processing fee. We would like to know, Mr. Chair, by what authority is the NCMF collecting the other items in their schedule of fees? Ano ang naging batayan po nila? We know what is passporting fee. We also know what is processing fee. Perhaps what is not clear is what is Mutawif fee. Republic Act number 9997 does not define Mutawif fee. In my research for its meaning, I came across an article in Google stating that Mutawif means the person doing tawaf or going around the Kaaba. However, at this time, Mutawif became a term for people who became guides or guides of the Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage. In another article, it means appointed by the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. A Mutawif is a knowledgeable person who is responsible for guiding and taking care of pilgrims during Hajj. Also known as a Mualim, a Mutawif plays an instrumental role as guide, ensuring a smooth Hajj and communicating and teaching the rituals of Hajj to pilgrims. Perhaps Mutawif fee means the fee of pilgrims pays for the guide. While, as I have stated, Republic Act number 9997 does not provide the meaning of Mutawif or Mutawif fee. However, the implementing rules and regulation or IRR of RA number 9997 crafted by the NCMF provides for its definition in Section 3, paragraph as follows. Mutawif fees refers to fees or charges paid to a group or establishment in Saudi Arabia that provides services for inland transportation, food, housing, and other related services to the Hujjaj or pilgrims during their legitimate stay in Saudi Arabia during their Hajj or Umrah seasons. My question, Mr. Chair, can an IRR expand the meaning of Mutawif fees as ordinarily understood? Or can an IRR include in the definition of Mutawif fee transactions that the NCMF is prohibited by the same law to collect? The definition of Mutawif fees made by the NCMF in the IRR has enumerated almost everything, including those that may be intended by the law to be excluded: transportation, food, housing, and other related services to the Hujjah or pilgrims during their legitimate stay in Saudi Arabia. Are these not the logistics which RA number 997 prohibits, stating that in no instance shall the pilgrims be forced to purchase such logistics, materials, and supplies from the Commission or its authorized agents or representatives? Mr. Chair, honorable colleagues, the guiding principles which the law imposes upon the NCMF are as follows. Give the pilgrims freedom of choice, just supervise and do not control. I hope these guiding principles were followed. Otherwise, somebody or some people should be held accountable. Binibigyan diin lang po natin dito ay ang mahalagang talakayin dahil ito ay hindi isang simpleng issue lamang, kundi isang usapin na sumasaklaw sa identidad, kultura at pangrelihiyong aspeto naming mga Muslim. Marapat lamang sa makatuwid na obligasyon ng pamahalaan na proteksyonan ang kapakanan ng lahat ng mamamayan, particular na sa usapin ng taunang Hajj na aming obligasyon din sa paggampanan namin bilang mga Muslim sa relihiyong Islam. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman Pastora, for that very solid and more enlightening opening remarks. Now, before I give the floor to members who wants to continue interpolating the resource person, I will give the privilege to Kong Pastora. Do you want to ask something or to the resource speakers? Nandun na. Okay. So, nandun na raw. Anyway, no, habang nagdi-deliver ng sponsorship remark si Kong Pastora, nakita ko si Chairman Acop. Alam mo, Chairman Acop, abogado to, investigador pa. Alam niyo yun, sa lahat dito, sa House, ito yung isa sa nakatango si Chairman. In short, tama ang sinabi ni Kong Pastora. Anyway, let's proceed. Let's
Mr.
proceed
Chair.
with
Just an inquiry. Inquiry directed to the chair. Yes, Mr. Chair, I believe the chairman of the NCMF, when the allegation of mishandling of Hajj in 2022 and 2023, Chairman Mamundyong was suspended by virtue of the DILG issuance, right? Mr. Chair, is it the position of the chair that we will no longer invite him, since these allegations actually popped up during his administration as a chair?
Of course, we invited Chairman Mamundyong, the Secretary Mamundyong, but of course we have to get the reply or the answer of the commissioners why he's not present in today's hearing.
Mr. Chair, did we send an invitation for this
I think so.
particular hearing? We did.
Kasi if you check the record, basta suspended lang, in my committee, basta suspended lang, unless otherwise, I will announce that there will be specific invited resource person in the next hearing. All invited resource person are automatically invited,
Yes.
and they should be present in the next hearing.
My understanding, this is my last, I think, manifestation, Mr. Chair, and for the committee to contemplate on, my understanding is that a suspension will not excuse a particular invitee from attending succeeding hearings. And the chair is correct when he says that we did not adjourn the committee hearing. In fact, this is a continuing investigation. So therefore, the effectivity of that invitation is still well placed, Mr. Chair. So perhaps the committee can decide on how do we approach this, because if we are to go in details as what Congresswoman Dimples earlier asked the commissioners, it's only, I guess, the chairman at that time of the Commission on Muslim Affairs can be very well answer questions, Mr. Chair. So I don't know how the committee will proceed with this. I am fine with the continuation of the hearing. I just want to make sure that all our commissioners present here would also be as authoritative and as knowledgeable as with their response as to questions that may deal on mishandling of these public funds, Mr. Chair, or this trust fund that they say, so-called the Motawi. Mr. Chair, who's the chairman now?
I am temporarily handling the committee
Okay,
hearing.
so that would be my manifestation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that manifestation, Representative Adyong, and I understand your siguro frustration if you cannot get answers from the person who's principally responsible for the issue at hand. But I will defer to the wisdom of our real chairperson.
Is that a manifestation or a query to the chair?
That's just a manifestation, Mr.
Your manifestation is duly noted.
Okay.